and I enjoy going out there for a week, 2 weeks, you know. I mean, it's very enjoyable, and I like it very much, but it's just not a place that I could live in. So my relationship with Hollywood has always been a good one, and I've always been very grateful to them for the way they've encouraged me over the years and treated me. I've worked with a number of studios, from United Artists to, I've worked with Fox, I worked with a few studios with DreamWorks, and these are Hollywood studios. They always treated me very well artistically and independently. They respected that, and so I have a positive feeling about them.
Usted hizo cerca de, recién decía 50, yo creo que son 47, pero bueno, es parecido, películas.
Yes.
¿Ahí influyó la industria o la necesidad de contar una historia? ¿Por qué hacer una película por año o una película tan rápido después de otra?
Well, I make a movie. Two things help me. One is I finish a movie, and then I have nothing to do. So, you know, I had this exact conversation with Neil Simon, the playwright. He did the same thing. He would write play after play. You finish the movie, and then what? A week goes by, you don't work, you know, and then you start to write something new. Now, I've always had this advantage. Many writers, I would say most writers, most directors, they finish the script of a movie and then they have to go raise the money. That's the terrible part. And then they have to go to a studio and tell the story to businessmen who don't know whether it's a good story or a bad story. And they have to have lunch with a big movie star and hope the movie star will do it. And the movie star says, yes, I'll do it, but you have to wait a year. And it takes them forever to get, you know, it takes them a year, 2 years, they finally get the movie. I take the movie out of my typewriter and I give it right to my production company, and we have the money to begin with. So, you know, the pictures are made for a small amount, comparatively small amount of money. And so we make them right away. So I finish it, and while somebody else is pitching it at the studios and having lunch with 6 different stars, hoping to get one, or 6 different directors, I'm in business right away. I give it to the person, they make a budget, we start casting it, and it goes like that. And then I'm finished. I put the movie out, and now I have nothing to do. A week goes by, 2 weeks go by, I think, you know, what, and so I start writing another movie. I don't have to write a movie every year for the record books of appearing every year in a movie. I just do it because, you know, if I had an idea for a play for the theater, I would do that and not write a movie. I've done other things in the interim. I do other things, but everybody thinks that I'm a workaholic, that I work. Okay. But it's not true. I go to the basketball games. I play with children when they're growing up. I play jazz music all the time. I take walks. I go to the movies. I see friends. I'm not working all the time. But if you work a little bit every day, which I do. I work 7 days a week. I work always right in the morning. You get a lot done. It adds up.
¿Filmó la película que quería filmar, que quiso filmar durante toda su vida? ¿O todavía va a filmarla?
I've always been very lucky. I had complete control of every film I've ever made, even when I didn't deserve it. When I made my first film, Take the Money and Run, the people that gave me the money were so nice and so intelligent and so sophisticated, they knew to leave the artist alone. And they left me alone, and I made the film, and it was successful. And the same thing happened with Bananas. And by my third film, I could actually have it written in my contract that I had control. Also, it's interesting, when you do comedy, people think you have some special voodoo gift, and they always think, oh, don't touch the comic people. They leave them alone. They know how to, you know. So if my films over the years are not good, I have no one to blame but me. I have complete control over the films.
¿Qué es lo que va a pasar con A Rainy Day in New York?
I will finish A Rainy Day in New York, my newest film. I'll finish it, you know,